Hello, welcome to our Let's Play the Banner Saga. We are at Banner Saga 2 now, so we're going to import our previous one. That's also why this is going to be episode 15. Hold on. Why can I not import? Aha, here we go. Import save game, and then we pick that one. So we ended our story with Alette, and we'll also be continuing with her.
Time continues washing over us, moment after moment, like waves on a coast. Some more fierce, more violent than others. So few of my kind, the giant world, remain alive. Even so, I find myself wondering if humans, while able to bear children, suffer more for the loss of loved ones. Several weeks have passed since we slew the Sundren known as Bellower, but the chaos of the world did not wither as we hoped. The world is breaking. We sail aboard hastily crafted ships for the safety of Arberain, the human capital. But the river curses us with a clear view of the dreads, assaulting another hopeless village.
Alright. Okay, here we go. Move away from those glowing rocks. This one's mine. Uh-oh. Yeah, not the brightest of the bunch, it seems. No, 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 to the depths with you. Stab, stab, stab. Uh-oh. How the hell is that dude still standing? Yes, Alette for the win. We'll handle the rest. Pull back. Haken and Ivor. Better to let him keep fighting. Drag around the screen to see or something. Oh, this is like a tutorial. Can we skip this? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, portraits left to right. Yeah, we can move. Wonderful. Can I please click straight? Alright. He's down, blah blah blah. You're down. Obstacles, okay, that's new. Oh, they have health as well, okay. It's pretty annoying that you can't skip this tutorial. Or can it attack? Or can? Oh, we can. Okay. Alright, here we go. We can finally start our journey. The villagers' reaction ranged from terrified by the foes to awestruck at your arrival. Their leader approaches and bows in front of Ivor. Your timing makes me think the gods have returned. Please, He stops when Ivor nods his head towards you. The man peers under your hood. A girl leads those who saved us from those things? This is Oleo, by the way. Ivor. She ordered us to land, and those things are dredge, like the ones you probably heard about as a kid. Between losing so many clansmen and this, I feel I'm not myself. I thank you, child. He whips his cloak back with a flourish. I am Eleo, the Skald. And your name? Alet. And this is Ivor. Ah, names destined for history. Sounds like the brave poet is going to use us in a few proper verses. I'll even make them rhyme, given the time. His smile seems genuine, as much as the concern that follows. Do you have any idea what might be causing the deep rumbling underfoot? Deep rumbling? Could be that giant serpent again. The serpent in the sun? Radormir? I'm no holy man, but joking about dead gods feels wrong. I don't think the sun serpent would break mountains and try to swallow us all. What? Who could say with the sun stopped in the sky like this? Leo looks skeptical. Tell me, did you just come from Bursgard? We heard rumor the Thunder Bellower was sacking the town. Talking about thunder will only make people panic. We should leave before the dredge regroup. Let's go with option 2. Talking about thunder will only make people panic. But if Bellower is nearby, we all should know. The dredge have your people ready to fight, but thunder attacks? It might scare that out of them. What the hell? I'm not sure what that is about. Perhaps. Alea looks at Ivor. She's incredibly composed for someone so young. I think I see why you follow her. Ivor nudges you. What did I tell you? Funny. Anyway, we should all leave before the dredge regroup. The skull nods his understanding, but another question creases his brow. Leave? Not to sound ungrateful, but this place is all we have. It's our home. This felt the same when Skaga was overrun. Your home is about to be destroyed. Fine, but no one else would come for you. Well, let's go with option 2 again. Your home is about to be destroyed by dredge. After how many you just put down, even those creatures must know when they're beaten. We've almost never seen them stop, and no one knows why they push on so hard. We don't know much about them at all. Aleo looks back and forth between you and Ivor before nodding. Packing and tending to our dead will take some time, but I'll have everyone on the ships soon. You watch Aleo rejoin his family. Moves his hands too much when he talks, it's unsettling. You smile but say nothing. People thinking we're heroes now. The world is breaking in more ways than one. It's not the first time you've been called a hero, Ingvar. Ivor, your father's closest friend, looks unamused. He is one of the giants known as Varl, and has fought dredge in northern winters, personally killed one of their generals, Thunder Rays, and lost an arm to the Thunder Bellower. Your humor reminds me of your father's, since we're talking about things we'd rather avoid. I know he's gone, but I don't know how to let him go. Yeah, let's go with that one. I know he's gone, but I don't know how to let him go. No doubt Oddleaf could help more with that than a fatherless, loveless varl like me. You look up to see Ivor staring off in the distance. Rook was the closest thing I had to a friend. I wish I would have done more to protect him. You suddenly hear the centuries of life in Ivor's voice and imagine all he has seen. Ivor. I'm not sure you do let go. You just keep going. He walks towards the village, leaving you alone with your thoughts. I hope that's not our boat. We're gonna have some problem with getting people seated. Yes, the Banner Saga too, I know. It's a nice picture though. Chapter 8. From their homes must all flee. -7 supplies. The traveling merchants are surprisingly well stocked. Euban, the old varl, dubbed Scrivener, says, "Since Borgard, our numbers have grown. People have scavenged for food and eaten it too. Regardless, we'll need plenty of supplies considering our destination." Where can I find the merchants? What kind of supplies? Yeah, let's go with what kind of supplies. Stuff like food and meat for the trip. The merchants have got a few interesting items as well, but folks can't eat those in lean times. You'll have to choose wisely. Even your renown will only stretch so far. Alright, where can I find the merchants? You can't miss them, he says. A group of tents they call a market. Ooh, what a novel concept. Thank you, Euban. Of course, he says. Oh, almost forgot. There's something ruffling the feathers of the ravens, the mercenaries who followed us from Bursgard. Chat with their leader, Bolverk, but be careful. He's not like the other Varl. Alright, thanks, Euban. This medallion gives you information about your caravan, including population, supplies, renown, and the number of days we have passed. This banner indicates that you have enough supplies to provision your caravan for 28 days of resting or travel, or larger population requires more supplies. Yes. You can acquire additional supplies at the market. Alright. These are the supplies the merchant has available. He will give you 5 per renown, and you need 7 supplies per day to survive. This shows what you have. Your 197 supplies will last for 28 days. You have 51 renown. Yes, I know. I can click a button. Oh, I need to add 15. Markets also have items available. These items are equipped by your heroes and can provide a great advantage. The required hero rank is shown in the red circles. Yep. Gotcha. I'm finished. Exit the market. So look at the trinkets. The fragments of shattered dredge obsidian, carefully ground to a powder, will sometimes explode when applied to a weapon. Not back. Break, 1 movement, arm per rest. Level 5 though. This unusual carved stone is warm to the touch, and holding it fills you with steely resolve. Dragonstone. 3 will, that's kinda good. Only 6 renown. This dark stony bell makes such a deep sound you can barely hear it at all. Armor per rest, 2 aggro and strength. What's that? 1 exig talents? Realign your actions with your ambitions by wearing this small bronze necklace. Plus 3 will per kill. I'm not sure what the execute talents is about. Is that like an increase in the rank or what? This is interesting. Let's have a look at the group maybe. Oh, we need to do some talking. Okay. We need to do lots and lots of talking. Alright, who are we going to first? Let's have a chat with Oddleif first. Oddleif, a friend and mentor, is demonstrating fletching an arrow to a few people as you approach. Give us a moment, will you? The group walks away as Oddleif stands and wipes loose feathers from her tunic. Those people owe you their lives. Your decision to stop here saved every one of them. Well, our clansmen all agreed. Don't be naive. Saving people is what you do. It's what your father did. Those under this banner agreed because they follow you. Her tone is forceful and you almost smile to break the tension. Almost. Alet, they respected Rook, and that respect has passed to you, but give them any reason to doubt you, and they'll all vanish. Okay, cool, thanks for the pep talk. Then I won't be giving them reason to doubt me? I'm always going with option 2, it seems. Alright, on. I'll get it. I get it. Do you? I hope so. Just realize some of us want you to succeed, and others want to replace you. Oh, do you want to replace me? You got the job. Here you go. She stares at you for a drawn-out moment before nodding. Her demeanor softens. I wanted to discuss the clansmen. They're good at scavenging for food, and the more we have, the more food they'll find. Training some of them to fight will help keep the others safe, but it takes time, and I'm not sure we have much of that to spare. This sounds more like a tutorial at this point. As our leader, you are expected to decide how many fight and how many look for food. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Odd. You turn to leave, but Oddleif stops you. She grabs you in a tight hug. Rook had a way of making it easy for all of us to be stronger. The words seem to be as much for her as they are for you. We can talk to our boyfriend. Oh, weak caravan morale causes -1 willpower penalty. Oh, okay, I did not know that. Kappa. I guess we're talking to our boyfriend, or soon-to-be boyfriend, maybe. You found Egil, or Gil, engaged in a conversation with Prince Ludin and wait to approach. I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask. I didn't know there were rules on how to ask. But now you do. My father clearly needs to enforce customs across the backlands of this kingdom. Oh, out here where we earn a name for ourselves instead of being born with a title? Oh, they're getting along just fine, it seems. Looting, surprised by the comment, sees you standing nearby. He straightens his posture. Your words are getting the better of you. I'll attempt to forget what you've just said. Nice beard, Luden. I don't think you had a beard in the first one. The prince nods to you and walks away. What was that all about? Gil looks shocked to see you. Nothing. Just becoming a king's guard requires more than skill. You need a name. King's guard? You're looking forward to harboring, aren't you? Just thinking about the future, you know. He suddenly looks concerned. Listen, I'm sorry for not finding by you during the attack. You don't need to. No, I do. I promised your father I'd always protect you. Then why weren't you by my side? Bastard. I don't need protecting, but I could use a friend. You have more chances to keep your promise. Things happened fast, so I didn't even notice. Ooh, the burn! I'm going with option 2 again. I'm sorry, but it's just the way it is. I don't need protecting, but I could use a friend. I get that. And we are friends, but... He searches for the right words. The point is, I'm around if you need me. Thanks, Gil. That means a lot. You give him a brief smile before walking away. Aw, he's gonna be happy. He's gonna be so happy about that. Alright. Time to talk to these guys. Oh, Juno's here as well. The Varl mercenary leader, Bolverk, and a rather large female fighter are talking to Juno, a member of the Spellweaving Menders Council. Bolverk looks annoyed. Nothing unusual. There is no haggling on this. You already accepted the offer in Borsgard. Get this one to do it. Get me to do what? If Juno is surprised by your presence, it doesn't show. She continues to stare straight at the Varl. Alet is seeing to the survival of this caravan, something I doubt you care to do. She's a little small for such a big role, isn't she? Oh, we're making friends wherever we go, it seems. Folka. Haven't seen her before. She's a little small for such a big role. Well, you're not really big yourself. Take a look in the mirror. Don't talk about me like that. And you're big for your small role. Yes. Option 2 again. And you're big for a small role. The woman looks wounded for a brief moment before readying an insult. This will help nothing. What we were discussing is private. Her look at Bolverk says she expects him to keep it private. Ivan needs my help with healing the wounded, but we should leave soon. See Haken at the dock when you're ready. Alright, more orders. Your command, master! Juno leaves without another word. Fan Valka! One of these days, Claw and Fang will get thirsty for Spellweaver's blood. Claw and Fang? His axes. The large axe heads are polished, the blades sharp and the cheeks scarred with plenty of use, but it's the grey handles that stand out. They're unlike anything you've seen before. So you're leading this rabble now. Only to our rank, then it's the King's Minoff's job. Like he's got the answer to any of this. He'd royally piss himself if he ever saw a dredge. Pigtailed fighter loss. What's your name? Oh, silent. I'm Volka, a shield maiden in charge of keeping the ravens alive. Okay. Pulver gives her a stern look, but she doesn't back down. I already know who you are, chieftain. I'm not a chieftain. I heard there's a problem I should know about. Do you have a better idea than Arbrang? Option 2. I heard there's a problem. Tell me about it. The Varl seems to grow taller and more wild as he talks, as he takes a step towards you. You stopping to save every fawn idiot along the river will get us all killed. Makes more sense to only stop the ships when we need supplies. And get rid of half these useless people too. They're slowing us down. Oh, lovely. Nice talk. I will if they don't start pulling their own weight. The river dictates our speed on the ships. Yep, option 2. Sounds good. You've got rowers. Use them. I'd hate for an accident to happen out on the water. Bulwer snorts and turns his attention to a large sealed cart behind him. His bear-cloaked back indicates that the conversation is over. Oh, these are lovely people. So glad they're coming with us. Leave, rest. Can I have a look at the group? Hero group? Hello? No? I guess we're leaving. The wooden planks of the well-used dock creak as you walk across them. Haken, a warrior recently acknowledged as the king of the Varl, paces on the dock. Not sure I was made for this, he says as you approach. Commanding in battle is one thing, but deciding how many chickens we need to bring? I can help if you need. I'm just as lost as you are. This you seem to be handling just fine. Yeah, let's go with this one. I'm not looking for praise, Haken says. I just want to know what we're expecting when this is all over. There's so few Var left. How do I keep my people alive? You search for something to say, but he stops you. I'm not looking for an answer from you either. It's something a Varl King should be able to figure out. Let's sail. Yep, let's depart. After lighting the funeral pyre, the last villagers find seats on your rickety longships, built of scrapwood scavenged in Bursgard. The ravens find space around the large cart at their black-sailed vessel. Oars slowly move all the boats into the river's current. Oof, that's a lot of ships. The complaints of a few are growing. What does she really know about getting us to Arbrang safely? As Smith says. A few others chime in with agreement. Her father was something else. But her? She should be looking for her husband, not telling us what to do. Some laugh, others encourage him. Oddleif looks at the group of men before turning to you. She seems interested in hearing your response. Leave now before I decide not to let you. I'm not sure what that means. My father was great. I hope to be remembered as fondly. I'm not sure what these options mean. Leave now before I decide not to let you. Oh, that's expelling them and threatening them. Okay. My father was great. I hope to be remembered as fondly. Okay. Turok! Someone shouts. And to his blood flowing through a lead, the caravan joins in cheering, drowning out the complaints of the smith and his men. Odd leaf. Oh, they've forgotten L here. Gives you a faint smile. A small typo there. Alea looks ill. At least it's not the brackish sea, he whispers to himself as he steps around rowers and baggage to speak with you. I'm not sure we're all built for aquatic voyages, he says. And I hear Arbring is quite a distance away. My people could use a few hours rest on solid ground. No, 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 no. That's not what we agreed upon. The hopeful looks from others sway you, and you signal for the ships to make land. Would you mind telling me why the capital is our destination? Elio asks. Arbring's walls have never been breached. The Valka Yuna says the Mendos there can protect us. Oof. Well, the first thing is probably setting false hope. That one as well. And that's kind of fatalistic. So I'm gonna go with option 4. It just is. Now Helpro. The Skald frowns but says nothing. He returns to his bench and rows without complaint. Do what I tell you to do. This is the map. Oh, no shit. Location of the caravan. The caravan recently embarked from Aleo's village and is traveling westward down the Ormsa River. Yeah, came from Borsgard. An aging and senile mess of a city that can't remember whether it wants to sell you something or steal everything you've got. While Ormsdalr grew barely into an important hub of trade. Its twin city Borsgard became the place to buy things nobody else is willing to hawk. It's greatly supported by the potent items harvested in Rheinivik and Thistle, and plagued by huge disparities between the extremely rich and the suffering poor. I think everybody's poor now. Alright, we're going back to the west, back from where we came. The caravan is attempting to reach Ormsdalr. Yeah. Ormsdalr. As Strom led some of the first men east. Ormsdalr was one of the most important places they settled. Nestled in the crook where the Ormsa River splits. If Borsgard and Ormsdalr were twins, Ormsdalr would be the righteous brother trying to keep his evil twin from hurting anyone else. Reaching Arbrang, the human capital, is the ultimate goal of the caravan. Okay. Arbrang. From humble beginnings to the eventual seat of power from the king, Arbrang is the most populated and contested city throughout the human lands. Its towering obsidian walls have been pulled from the depths by the weaving powers of the menders. As each new generation of residents builds another ring of walls, the city continues to grow larger, more indulgent, and more dangerous. Mm-hmm. Okay. How do we move on? Oh, there we go. When you are finished researching the map, yep, I am finished. You can return to the map. Cool. Time passes. No shit. When a day passes in the camp, your caravan consumes a day's worth of supplies. Yeah. The hero's tent. Let's have a look. Your items are shown at the bottom of the roster. Blah, blah, blah. That's a big roster. Oh, ranks has been lowered, right? I swear Ivor was level 4 or 5. Who's this? Trigvi. Good chance is a spearsman. Oh, but I kept all the trinkets, it seems. Where's Krumer? Level 3 as well. Promote. Promote. And he's what? An archer or what? The hell is he? He's a poet. He's the fighting poet. What are your abilities, Mr. Poet? Tale worth telling. The character exalts his target to feats of strength and heroism. Ah, it's a buffer. Okay. His words buff an ally for 1 round, adding 1 damage for every 2 strength the enemy is above the target ally. The bows have no effect if the buffed ally attacks an enemy of equal or lower strength, so picking the right target is important. Hmm. I mean, it could be interesting. And then we have Ivan. I think I'd rather pick Ivan, to be honest. Oh, she's level 5. Got 8 points to assign rather. I'm not sure if I should be promoting people right now. 13. What? Well, at least it's not 30. Because that was what I was expecting. The renown seems to be all over the place. 7. Mercy as well. Dude, we have so many characters. Crazy. Do exertion, it's kind of good. So we can have 4 break. Guess we're just... Oh, we can promote him even further. Only 9? Okay. And more exertion. Dude, how many times can I promote this guy? 13. So look. Also 13. And this is 7. Nine, and we are down to 14. 16. 16. Let's proof Haken first. Nine. So can upgrade both of these. This stat is maxed out and the talent can now be unlocked. Activate the stat button to select one of the available talents. Racing at the right time can ruin an enemy's plan to weaken you. Tighten straps. Armor works better when you get it back where it belongs. 20% to regen 1 armor per turn. Maybe. Hunker down. Oh, there's only 2 choices here. Command allies at any range. And then we still need to upgrade Haken. One more willpower and one more of that. And then, yeah, it's a bit of the same. You have a percentage of chance to resist strength damage or bonus crit damage. Okay, looks good. We still need to assign a lead though. So what are we going to do with you? Breaking damage from a distance seems good. We probably should get 1 point of exertion as well. Yeah, let's try to max that out. And then one more exertion. Yeah. Oh man, I still need to assign trinkets. Items. One aggro, one strength, armor, will, and break. Alright, because that's for Ivor. Crit chance. Knockback on strength. Strength for Gunov. Haven't spoken to Gunov yet, or Krummer. 3 break. 2 strength. 3 strength, 2 strength. To Haken maybe. Krummer 2 break. Can make that 3 break. Then we have 2 will at rest. Sounds kind of good for Almet maybe. Oh, it's at rest. And we have to rest. Crit chance. I guess we're giving her a bracelet back, right? Alright, we're done. Sorry. Took a while to get things sorted. And we still need to talk to this guy. A strangely familiar man with a springer and tattoos beckons to you. His movements are somewhat odd, almost comical. Nice tats. You wouldn't be confused by Trixie's presence if you'd supported this journey long ago. What? The man's eyes glaze over for a moment before clearing. He now acts like your old friends. It's hard to push a spear through a tree. Easier to turn the tree into a spear. Oof. Alright. Mr. Miyaki. Smile politely and walk away. Wait for him to continue. Is that supposed to mean something? It's hard to push a spear through a tree. Easier to turn the tree into a spear. Alright, I'll bite. Is that supposed to mean something? You, of all these people, your father, you understand? No? He looks shocked. Just be the tree, okay? Before he can respond, Trigvis starts singing and dancing away. Yellow and blue will lie to you, lie to you, lie to you. Yellow and blue will lie to you. Ah, it's yellow and red, not yellow and blue. Anyway, that's our first episode in the second edition, second installment of the Banner Saga. Episode 15 in total. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.